Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Well, ADA is about to flip BNB, only less about $500 million worth of market cap between the two. BNB 68.323 billion, ADA 67.823 billion. Now, I think it's time we revisit ADA price predictions again because this is kind of playing in line with how a lot of us thought that ADA would rise towards $3. Towards the launch of Goguen. And now that we have dates for that, the hard fork combinator date when they're going to start forking into the mainnet is September 1st. That has been confirmed. And the official Goguen launch date is September 12th. So they're giving exchanges roughly almost 2 weeks to kind of get everything in line. So now that we have those dates, we know that smart contracts are coming. Developers are getting ready to get projects onto Cardano. Liquid Swap, Sunday Swap, and probably some games are getting ready to come on. So people are probably going to FOMO into Cardano, especially if Bitcoin is continuing to go up. My guess is that Bitcoin will test 50K sometime this weekend. It'll probably get rejected and go down to either 45K or 40K and then try again. I think this is going to be kind of like the process of how we kept on getting rejected at 40K and then bouncing back down to around 35 or 30K. I expect more a bounce back around maybe like the 43K or so before we come back. And then probably next weekend or the weekend afterwards, we'll try 50K again. And we'll probably have to repeat the process a couple of times before we finally break. But that's pretty good because around the time we break, we should have the Goguen launch. Now, I do expect Cardano to be around $3 or so at the time of September 12th. I expect a pullback maybe to $2, $2.50 or $2 after Goguen is just released because people buy the rumor, sell the news. But afterwards, I do expect Cardano to quickly recover and go back up as projects come on. And I think Charles has timed it pretty well to where when Goguen actually launches, you'll have projects basically coming on at around the same time that Goguen launches. So it'll have kind of like a doubling effect, and it will actually catch some of the windfall for people buying the rumor and selling the news into Goguen. So based on that, I do expect Cardano to get to about maybe $3 early September to the second week of September. Maybe having a pullback to about 250, depending on where Bitcoin is, of course, 250 or maybe even 225, $2 after the 12th, and then slowly going up from there. And then if Bitcoin reaches 64K, 65K, bursts through, then Cardano can be maybe $4, $5, $6, $7, all the way up to $10. Now, my high goal for a Cardano is about $10. But people are kind of guesstimating and saying that's going to be $15 if we can reach maybe half of Ethereum's market cap. By the time that the all-time high reaches for Bitcoin, because Ethereum will be a lot higher by then. So if Cardano is about half Ethereum's market cap by then, Cardano can be about $15. Now, I think you're kind of depending on a Bitcoin of maybe $150,000 or so. And that is a pretty big bet. I think it is possible. Let me give it a 25-30% chance of that happening, where Cardano reaches maybe $15. Because for that to happen, obviously the smart contracts have to launch, a lot of projects have to come onto Cardano, and Bitcoin has to reach over 100K up to around 150K. At that time, Cardano might be $15, maybe even $20 on the high end. But that's about I see the high end of Cardano. I don't really see ADA going to $50 or something, $100. I don't think that's really possible, at least not in this cycle. Now, I know a lot of you people that just came in are looking at Cardano was at 4 cents when a lot of us bought because we bought a year ago. I think for most of the top 10 coins, actually for all of the top 10 coins, most of the gains have already been gotten. Cardano did go from 4 cents to $2. And that's a 50x, but I highly doubt you're going to get a 50x from here because that would be $100, and I don't think that's really possible. And it's the same thing for the other top 10 coins. What you're seeing now is basically you're seeing the coin with most of its gains already being had. Dogecoin, I'm going to reserve judgment on because I don't really know what Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, etc. is going to do. But if you look at the rest of the top 10, they've already had their sporadic growth. In the case of XRP, it had its sporadic growth in the last bull run. XRP at $1 versus Cardano at $2. XRP has just a little over twice Cardano's maximum supply if all the coins are distributed. So, price to supply ratio, that's about right. BNB obviously had its massive growth maybe 2 years ago. And if you actually look at the rest of these, I don't think any of the ones in the top 10 are really going to 50x. Even like, VET in the top 20, I don't really expect VET to 50x and go to $5. I would say like a buck 50, maybe two at the most. So I think a lot of these bigger coins, most of the gains have already been gotten. Now, if you really want the 50x, 100x coins, you have to go like far more down. I've been mentioning a couple of these coins before, like ENJ, FTT, like CHZ. Those coins have much more potential, and even ICX right now, to multiply than any of the top 20. If you're holding like Cardano, if you're holding XRP, if you're holding BNB, you're looking at more, you're hoping for more of like a 5x increase more than like a 50x increase. If you're holding VET, you're looking for more for like maybe a 10x increase, 15x increase at the most, rather than like a 50 or 100x increase. Remember, a lot of these coins have already 25, 30x. So another 5x would get you to that 100x. But since you didn't buy it at the bottom, you're not going to get all the increase. Like I said, if you really want the 100x, 200x, you're going to have to go way down, look at some of the new NFT and DeFi coins. But my Cardano price projection essentially is $3 by the $3 by September 12th, maybe a little higher, and then a little bit of a pullback because of selling the news. But then because projects are coming on, I would say it reaches $5 fairly quickly, and then hopefully by October we'll have like 750, and then as Bitcoin goes up towards the end of the year, we'll have $10. And if Bitcoin goes above 100,000 to 150,000, maybe $15, $20. That's kind of like where I see Cardano going. It does depend on Bitcoin. My price target is between $5 and $10, but if you're seeing that Bitcoin goes to 150K or above, then I guess you can see the $15, $20 Cardano. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.